Hello there. Hello, hello, hello. I think, let's see, let's just check. Okay, everything seems to be working, like, audio-wise. I've played around with my settings. I actually just need to reconfigure the control pad. Actually, joypad configure 1. Oh. Something's gone wrong. What's left? Oh, why is that? There we go. Up, down, left, right, A, B, B, left, right, select, start, and speed up should be the space because we don't want to rely on it. So, I think I've solved the issues. I've played about with my settings. I've spent a lot of time this morning trying to work it out, and I think I've solved the issues. So I don't think we'll be having any lag anymore, which is good. We'll see how it plays out, and we'll see how it goes. This is more of a test stream. I don't usually stream at this time on a Tuesday. I don't usually stream on a Tuesday, to be fair, but I just want to make sure everything's working. We've got DB Cooper, which is the best name for a Mewtwo ever. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fight some trainers. I'm going to fight some generic trainers and just test and see if everything's working. I'm going to try the speed up as well because I know that affected the frames last time. But I think we're going to be okay. Like I say, I've spent a lot of time this morning. I know there was a couple of issues that I hadn't realised in the settings that have now changed. So we should all be good. This isn't where I want to be. I want to go down to Verdun. I'm actually going to get my bike today because we can get an encounter on Cycling Road. I'm not going to get the encounter today. This short stream is just about testing and getting some extra levels. So I'm just going to be fighting a couple of low-level trainers in a certain area. But I will get my bike. Do you want to fight me? You've already fought me. Do you want to fight me? There we go. I've also got an Ethernet cable. I don't know if that's going to help. But hopefully it will. So rather than relying on Wi-Fi, we're kind of streaming straight from the core, if that's correct, Tim. Oh my god, do you know, it's been so sunny today and really warm, and I've just heard a massive thunder. And it looks like there's going to be a storm, which is really exciting, actually. Camper Ricky, you got beat. Ha ha, ha ha. I embarrassed you in front of your girlfriend. Ha 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 ha. Excuse me, this is a private conversation. Imagine that, like, two people are just having a nice private conversation in the street. And this little boy with a red cap's just like, hi friend! Hello! Want a battle? Do you want to have a fight with me? I mean, like, I've had that in Manchester a couple of times. Someone's just go up and like, do you wanna fight, mate? And, you know, I'm not a person of violence. So much thunder. It's exciting. I'm quite happy for that because I will just, like, kind of stand out in the rain for a bit, cool off. It's been so warm. It's been really warm, yet I've still been exercising just as much. I know we're not getting much experience here. As I say, this is just a test. Next fight, we'll try the speed up, see if this encoding error comes on. But I am confident I've fixed it, to be honest. I'm pretty confident. So we've fought everyone there. I want to go talk to this guy and get my bike voucher. And then we can have a bike and we can go on Cycling Road. I think it's this guy. I'm the chair of the Pokemon fan club. I raised more than 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. I surely am. So, did you come and visit hear about my Pokemon? Good, and listen up, my favorite rabbit ash. Cute, love the smart plus, amazing. You think so? Oh yes, it's stunning. Kinda love it. You can hug it when it's sleeping warm and cuddly. Spectacular rabbit shit. Oops, look at the time. I kept you too long. Thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. Thank you. Thank you. Take that bike voucher to the bike shop in Cerulean City. Exchange that for a bicycle free of charge. Don't worry, my favorite Pharaoh will fly me anywhere I need to go. That's a really good sentence. My favorite Pharaoh will fly me anywhere I need to go. Oh! Poetry, my friend. Poetry. So we'll go get our bike. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy. I feel like... So, in all honesty, all these kind of like little issues have been stressing me a bit. Because as much as like I don't take streaming as serious as other people, like I'm just doing it for fun, I want it to run smoothly. I want it to be a kind of fun, smooth experience, you know, and these kind of little issues are frustrating. So I actually went to kind of the computer shop this morning. I was like stood outside at like 5 to 9. Let me in! I have computer issues! And the guy was like, in all honesty, mate, like, there's nothing really wrong with your computer. It's not really intended for gaming as such. But for the basic kind of gaming I'm running, it should be fine. It should be okay. So I was like, okay, cool. And I really appreciated that, because he could have been like, yeah, you need this, this, and that. Like, I was even like, give me more RAM. And he was like, more RAM's not going to do anything for what you're doing, to be honest. It's essentially just a waste of money. And he could have just said, yeah, cool, I'll charge you out the wazoo for it. And he wasn't. And he was really nice about it. He said, if you want to kind of up your gaming capacity, you're going to need a new laptop. And I said, I'll think about it, because I would like to expand a little bit and play more complex games potentially. Blah blah blah. Anyway, this has nothing to do with anything. So I went home and I was like, I'm gonna sort everything out. And I got like loads of stuff. The other day I ordered an Ethernet cable as well, because I thought that might be helpful. And I think we're doing all right. It's a very long way of saying I think our issues have been resolved. Like I say, do you know what's really weird? So on my laptop, there's a setting and it says enable game mode. And you'd think, it's a good setting to have. Apparently it's not for streaming, because what it does is it takes CPU and focuses it on the game and not the actual streaming. And for a game of this kind of magnitude, it's just not necessary to kind of have this game mode and kind of divert CPU towards it. That's just one little thing I did. There was a bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm going to try and speed up. Confusion, very nice. We're not getting any issues here. Nothing is saying encoding overloaded or anything like that. So I think we're good. Another thing I noticed as well that one website said, and it said, before you start streaming, go into your task manager, and you kind of like click in a few different areas, and eventually you get to these settings, and it says set priority or something along those lines. So I set priority, and I made OBS above normal, and there was a list of loads of different ones, but I made OBS above normal, because obviously that's something that's, you know, it needs a lot of kind of power, it needs a lot of bang for its buck. And I made the Visual Boy Advance below normal, because it's just a Visual Boy Advance. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, doesn't need a lot of CPU and all that kind of crap. And it seems like it sorted it. Kayo! Hello, Kayo. How are you doing? I've honestly just been talking shit for the past 5 minutes about how I think I've solved all my laptop issues, and how it's not actually anything to do with the laptop per se. There was a lot of settings that were wrong for OBS that I wasn't aware of. I've got my Ethernet cable as well. It seems to be helping. Yeah, and it's weird because you look at these videos and you look at these articles and they'll all tell you like different things, best settings for a low-end laptop, and they all say completely different things. So it is just about playing about with it. But I know when I had my older channel, like I think I said this in the other stream, I played more taxing things than this and I didn't have any issues. So it seemed weird I was having issues. Hiya!
I raised my Pokemon carefully. These should be ready by now.
Fantastic. So yeah, this was more just like a test stream, to be honest, but thanks for popping in. I'm not going to be doing any kind of like big storyline stuff today. I'm just going to get Mewtwo up a little bit and just test things out. Like say, speed up was affecting it a lot last time, and now if I click speed up, not getting any error issues, it seems quite smooth, etc. So I think we're okay, which is good because I wanted to get all this sorted before I even started to plan this 24-hour charity stream. So now I'm going to do it. It seems faster via chat too. That might be, yeah, that might be a factor as well. It might all just be like running smoother, because the way I do it is I use this thing called Restream, because obviously I stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So maybe these settings allow it to kind of communicate with all these different things a bit easier. So it might be a little bit faster because of that. I don't know. I'm trying to sound smart right now. I think I'm doing okay. I'm getting all the words right, even if I don't know what they mean. But we'll get, you know, it seems to be sorted. That's the important thing. How's your morning been anyway? How's your day been? What have you been up to? Tell me all about your day. We've got the lucky egg on DB Cooper, haven't we? Lunatone, Lunatone. You've done a whole lot of sitting on the sofa. Are you still feeling a bit tender from your second vaccine? I've had a like... So if I say what I've done today, it'll sound like I've had a productive day. But in my mind, that isn't productive. The stuff I've done isn't productive. It's not productive stuff. It's just usual stuff. Felt horrible last night. I'm very tired and achy today. I don't think, like... I know we discussed this yesterday, but, like, the heat's not helping as well. So if you've got these issues coming from this second vaccine, you know, feeling a bit sick, the heat's not helping, because I feel a bit sick because of the heat, and you know. Engineer Bernie Sanders here. Once again, I'm asking you to stay home and play Pokemon. Good old Bernie. I don't understand. I'm not gonna get political, but I'm just gonna make an observation of how society how I believe society would work. So I think it was the 2016, or it might have been... Yeah, it was 2016, and it was the Democratic primaries. And Bernie's doing this big speech, and this little bird lands on the podium and just completely isn't fazed by him, isn't intimidated by him. And they like have this little moment, Bernie and this little bird, and they're like best of friends for, you know, this small amount of time. It's like, how does that happen and then you don't get the nomination? Like, that's so wild. Like, essentially, like, it looks like it's set up. You know, like, it looks like it's so set up. Like, I'm sure the conspiracy-minded people, you know, had Bernie been more successful, be like, oh, it was a robot bird, or it was a hologram, and it was there just to kind of get Bernie the nomination and the New World Order and all that kind of stuff. Because it looks like so insanely fake. It doesn't look fake. It doesn't look fake. But just the fact that happened just seems so wild. In the middle of like this big, massive kind of speech. I'm actually going to have to switch out now, I think. I don't have anything that isn't a psychic move. Yeah, blessed by an animal, yet no nomination. Yeah. I voted for him. Sadly, that didn't do anything, but I did. I mean, like, I would say potentially it still did something. Because those figures, that data will be... I'm going to be so boring in this stream. Those figures and those data will still be available. And, you know, it all plays into this kind of movement. So you can see that, you know, that kind of politics, which in the past hasn't been massively popular in America, potentially is. And, you know, your one vote is a contribution to that overall percentage of the votes that you got. And I think that's important, and I think it kind of shows a trend. You know, even if he didn't win, maybe it shows that some candidate, if not him, because I know he's super old, but if not him, a candidate with a similar kind of approach potentially could in the future. It shows that there is kind of a want for that in America. Trump still got elected, and the centrist Democratic regime still managed the nomination. That sounds so intense. The centrist Democratic regime. It's like, oh, the Democrat Party nominees like goose walking down. But yeah, like, again, I'm not like conspiracy minded in any sense, but like, yeah, I think definitely shenanigans happened in that situation. Like, I think there's definitely some kind of shenanigans. Because it's weird, isn't it? As much as, like, since the 70s, there has been this more democratic process in the primaries. You still have kind of, like, delegates and super delegates and ultra conglomerates and all these other words that I'm not really entirely sure of the meaning of, that can override things. So it's like, you know, even if everyone votes for this one candidate, you'll still have this kind of person who controls that area, who can say, well, I'm going to override that and say we're going to give our votes to this other person. It's complex. Burn it all down, start over. Yeah, the Electoral College, exactly, yeah. burn it all down, start over. I don't know. I'm not trying to start a revolution during a Pokemon stream, but there's definite issues. And the thing is, like, if these issues aren't addressed, then this idea of burning it down and starting all over becomes more and more... Sorry, my stream chat stopped automatically rolling down. This idea of, like, starting over becomes more and more, you know, attractive to people. And it's almost like you can't ignore it, but people still do. And I think this... God, this is getting so political. I think this about kind of like economics and kind of big businesses and stuff like that. And these big businesses are kind of pushing it further and further and taking advantage of a situation more and more. And eventually people are going to turn around and go, no, we don't want that anymore. Like, stick it up your ass. Whereas if these big businesses would just be a bit more receptive to kind of, you know, slight changes, they could kind of have their cake and eat it too, if that makes sense. Like, the system could still be advantageous to big businesses and just not dick over the little man or woman as much. You know what I mean? And people would be less likely to kind of take to the streets. If you've got little issues in life, you're less likely to take to the streets if you've got big issues. I don't know. It's been a while since I've really studied this stuff, because I know when I did my masters and I was looking into a lot of kind of stuff involving the primaries and changes in the electoral system in America. Like, you get very deep at masters level into kind of like political theory and stuff like that, and it's kind of less about history and it's more about political theory, sociological study and stuff like that. But since teaching, because it's level 3, it's a bit less intense and it's a bit more fun. If I'm being honest, like, I like the storytelling element of history, even though the analysis is massively important. Yeah, if the government would take care better of people, it'd make all the difference. Like, you ever read? So I'm trying to be really careful, like, with how I choose my words here. But if you read like Adam Smith, you know, the idea of that kind of Adam Smith form of capitalism, that was the word I was trying to avoid, but the Adam Smith form of capitalism, where it's like, I'm a baker, you're a fisherman, you know, I give you a loaf of bread for 2 fish, and the government doesn't get involved in that. It sounds great, it sounds fantastic, and I'm a big fan of that notion. I like the idea of that. I think, like, in terms of small transactions, maybe the government should keep its hands out of it. But that's not the reality we live in today. We live in this massive globalized economy, this massive globalized situation, where the idea of a free market is kind of a bit of a myth. And there's not really a way for kind of like a small startup business to compete with Amazon. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really possible. Because, yeah, exactly, you've got mega corporations. You've got these kind of monopolies that have just, you know, it's not a state monopoly, but it's happened, and these massive corporations have become so powerful and so influential that, you know, this idea of Adam Smithian free market capitalism just doesn't hold up in the modern world. Because yeah, I did I don't want to be saying anything. I don't think it's entirely controversial to say it, but like, the idea of, okay, you know, way back when, before the internet, before globalization, before like all that kind of stuff, capitalism in the Adam Smithian sense is kind of neat. It sounds pretty good. I'm a baker, you're a fisherman. As I say, I give you a loaf of bread, you give me 2 fish, and the government has no say in that. That sounds amazing, but it's not the reality of the modern day. And I think, like, kind of, I don't want to go as far as like saying like we should burn things down and start again, but I think kind of like serious reform needs to be kind of thought of and taken into account. And there's societies in the world that are still capitalist and still, you know, very lucrative for big businesses. but do a shitload for the people. And, you know, I'm talking about places like Denmark, Sweden, that kind of stuff, you know. That's still, they're still capitalist societies. As much as, you know, everyone on the left hates to admit it, they are still capitalist societies. They are still technically free market societies. Just free market societies that have this very kind of robust social safety net. And I think it's great. I think it's really good. I don't know. Socialized capital. Exactly, yeah. So maybe we don't need to burn the system down, but we definitely need to kind of strong arm it and make some giant reforms. Actually, like, it's really weird. A really good book about capitalism. And I know it sounds so weird to say it, but A Short Introduction to Capitalism. And I know it's probably not like the most academic book, but it's a really good, concise book. It's about 100 pages, and it really kind of nails it down, and it makes that argument at the very end, you know, reform needs to happen. Maybe we don't need to destroy the system, but it definitely needs to be changed. Rant over. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm just going to delete this video. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I think, and I've seen videos because I watch a lot of videos, and it's important. And you know, I watch videos on both sides of the argument, so to speak. Hello, Nido Marquis. Nido, you're going to have to leave this chat because we're talking about politics, and you're not allowed to talk about politics. You have consistently been a streamer that has very craftily and very carefully avoided the topic of politics because it is very dividing. But yeah, so you might want to run away now. But yeah, socialised healthcare. The NHS is mint. It's not without its flaws. It's not perfect, but nor is it meant to be perfect. It's not meant to be this all-encompassing system. It's supposed to be, if you're ill, we can do at least the very minimum to make sure you don't die. You know, like, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing to have in a society. But I have seen arguments of people saying why, you know, American healthcare is the best. And statistically speaking, that's not actually true. I think it's like France. I think it's France. I don't know. It's been a while since I looked. I know there's a website, and it's... like... Cuba isn't as high as you'd think. I think... And I know this is a controversial thing to say, but I think Cuba once was, but it isn't as great as it used to be in terms of healthcare. I think Cuba and America on this one website I know, which is like the you know, global metric of healthcare. I think Cuba and America are about the same, but it depends how you're kind of rationalizing it, how you're measuring it. So yeah, like, you could have the best healthcare in the world. If America had the best healthcare in the world, right? Let's take that kind of... I'm not saying that's true, but let's take that. Let's have that as our kind of... Let's just pretend that's fact. It has the best healthcare in the world, but is it accessible to everyone? Because if it isn't, then, you know, is it the best? So it's like, yeah, we can cure any disease. I know I'm being like hyperbolic here, but we can cure any disease, but only if you've got like millions and millions of dollars. And it's like, so you can have really good healthcare, but if it isn't accessible to, say, like 70% of the population, I'd still argue that something's going wrong. But American healthcare isn't that good. It isn't like amazing, at least according to this kind of global metric, which I think is like the measurement, the kind of industry standard, so to speak. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But at the same time, like, having everyone able to access subpar healthcare probably isn't great either. So there's got to be like a nice balance. And I think the NHS does that well. That's my point. I love the NHS. I think it's great. Hi, Nido. How's your day? How are you doing? This is it. Like, I haven't done any teaching for like a couple of weeks. So I need to go on these rants. I don't like. I've definitely in that whole little rant, I've given more of my actual opinion than I ever would in a lesson. I try and like be really kind of non-biased in a lesson, and it's difficult at times. I think it's difficult at times, especially like we do modules on kind of like, you know, colonialism, and it's very difficult to kind of be non-biased on colonialism because it was shit. Like, it wasn't very nice. It was pretty friggin' awful. But there are other perspectives on it, and though I don't agree with those other perspectives, they don't necessarily come from conspiracy theory couch masturbators. Some renowned historians are quite favourable of, quite positive towards colonialism, but I think they're idiots. Sorry, let me get this thing. I've just missed a bit of a chat thing. It's painful to watch people skip their medication because their drug charge went up 1,000% when a rich dude bought drug for profit as free market business. Yeah, and like, I think this is kind of the argument, and the whole point of kind of making reforms. There are benefits to having a free market system, but when we're toying with people's healthcare, I don't think it's the best place to do it. You know, maybe in tech, maybe like if you're trying to, you know, push forward tech and the ability to kind of, you know, communicate globally, etc., etc. Maybe that kind of free market competition is good because, you know, it can push people forward. But when talking about people's health, I don't think that should be put in the balance. But I don't know. I am also a complete idiot, so I wouldn't take my opinion for anything. Yeah, exactly. In America, it always is. That dude sent a Nidoran up against a Mewtwo. I know, basically, so, as I was saying before you came in, Nido, I pissed about with my settings. I've done so much research this morning on how to kind of change my OBS settings, because I went down to the computer shop and the guy was like, there's nothing actually really wrong with your laptop. Like, for what I'm doing, it should be fine. If I was like streaming Call of Duty in like, you know, super 4K HD, then yeah, maybe my laptop isn't really the best for it. But for friggin' Visual Boy Advance, it should be fine. So it was definitely within the settings. So I did some research, sorted everything out. My Ethernet cable came as well, so any kind of, you know, Wi-Fi dropouts shouldn't be as impactful. And everything is working fine. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just crap. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Just like most aspects of my life. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just crap. Bullet seed, what are they feeding you? Well, seeds, I imagine. I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing next in the actual game, so, yeah. Basically, this was more of kind of a test stream to make sure everything was working correctly, and seems to be. I'm just going to get Mewtwo up a bunch of levels, and then probably call it a day. And then next time we stream, we'll carry on with the story. And I think we're doing Silphco next. I've got an encounter on Cycle Road. I went and got my bike, so we'll do that at the start of the next one, and then we'll do Silphco. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like something like Undertale shouldn't be lagging, because it's essentially, you know, it's like Pong. Yeah, I was playing Pong. I was playing Snake, and Snake was lagging. Like, my computer couldn't handle the graphic power of Snake. But yeah, you know, that's the point, isn't it? And like something like this, like, and when I had my older channel, and you know, Nido, like, I used to stream Final Fantasy. I used to stream, you know, Nintendo DS games. So why I was having, and I had no issues. So why I was having issues with like a Game Boy Advance game, it was definitely within the settings, but I feel like I've sorted that. I have not stopped talking since this started. Should we have another rant? What should we rant about? We've done politics. So what should we do next? Yeah, Kaio said the same thing, said that messages were popping up faster. And I think, like, just connectivity in general. is better. Yeah. I think everything just seems to be working better, more smoothly. The Ethernet cable's probably helping with that. Settings and all that kind of crap. So, yay! Things are working better. 18 seconds instead of 13. How quick is it on Twitch? Are you going to do your experiment again? Because it was about 15 seconds. So how has your day been? Who, me or Nido? I think I already said. I don't know. I've said a lot of words. Both. Yeah, Nido, how's your day been? Ooh, about to use the Geodude. Let's get Bill 5G 2.0 out. This is it. This is why it's working better. It's because we evolved Bill 5G 2.0. So we've got the 5G connection now. So, like, yeah, I got up. I just want to drool this morning because everything's working beautifully. I got up, I went down to the computer shop, like stood outside it at 5 to 9. I had a chat with a guy, and that's when he said, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's crap. Then actually I worked out, which I think in this heat I've still like been pretty much working out every day. Oh my god, Mega Drain from Metronome. Let's just look at. Just look at it. Didn't do much anyway. So I worked out, started reading a new novel. It's not a new novel. It's a novel I've read like a few times before, but I friggin' love it. It's probably my favourite novel ever. I think it might be the best book ever written. And I'm not even being extreme. I think it might be. It's such a good novel. Such a fantastic novel. It's quite modern as well, relatively speaking. So I've read like 50 pages of that. Spent a lot of the morning dicking about with these settings. And here we are. Here we are. Which sounds really productive. But I don't feel like it is. Because I haven't really done anything work-wise. But I don't usually work on Tuesdays anyway. So, it's fine. Would have been my day off had I still been teaching. So tomorrow, I'll crack on with all my... I've got a little bit of marking left, because some students submit their work really, really late. Like, after the course is technically finished. And then it's just planning. It's just planning stuff, to be honest. I want to find... Actually, Nido and Kyle, you might be able to help me with this. I want to find something where I can make my own kind of text-based adventures. So essentially it's like an online game, but very, very simple. You just pick an option, 1 of 4, and whatever option you pick either takes you one way or another. And I want to try and use that to teach history. So for example, you know, say like the Cuban Missile Crisis, you play as Kennedy and you decide to launch the nukes. Click that, everyone dies, game over. Whereas like, you know, if you do the exact kind of pathway that actually happened, you get to the end of the game and that's how you progress. And I just want to know, is there like a really kind of straightforward, easy way to do that? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it'll work well for certain things. So I'd like to implement it into my teaching. I need to put fake out on the top. Maybe a Prezi. I don't know what that is. Let's pretend that I'm a complete idiot and I don't know anything about anything. Yeah, if you could send me a link, that'd be amazing. That'd be incredible. So I want it so like if you get the wrong answer, everyone dies and you have to restart. It's more like a dynamic PowerPoint. I mean, that's a good point. Like, I've done it in the past. I made an interactive map of Vietnam once for the Vietnam War. And when you clicked on different areas, it took you to different places. So I've definitely done something similar to that in the past, but it was a long process. It took a long time to do it. So, you know, if that's possible, if a Prezi's a bit more straightforward in doing it, that'd be amazing. Thank you. I'm not scared of a Belosom. Look how cute she is, though. Bellosom has bulk. Has much bulk. I'm so giddy this morning. I think just because everything's working. Like, it was bumming me out. It was really upsetting me. As I say, like, you know, I don't take streaming mega serious. I'm not trying to make a career out of it or, you know, even really make any money off it. I'm just here to have fun. I'm like Saitama on One Punch Man. Like, why do you want to... What's your backstory as a superhero? It's like, I just wanted to do it, to be honest. That'd be a laugh. It's kind of how I feel about streaming. Like, people are like, oh, grow your brand and this thing. I just want to play games and talk shit, to be honest, mate. But still, you know, I don't like it when things don't go smoothly. Right, let's do this now, because I nearly clicked on it again. Yuppa! Has anyone seen, what's it called? It's, they're re-releasing Final Fantasy VII again. But I think it's called Eternal Crisis, and apparently it's only going to be on mobile at first. But it looks amazing. It looks like a kind of carbon copy of the original Final Fantasy VII, just with really updated graphics. Really cool graphics, still cartoony, a lot of fun. I think it's called Eternal Crisis. Let's have a look, actually. Let's see if we can do this. Let me try something, seeing as everything's moving smoothly. No, not that. Get off. Okay, we'll call it Scene 2. Hello. I just thought I did that, and it wasn't actually like my microphone wasn't set up for that scene. So I just give a really, really long speech about Ever Crisis. And I'm guessing you didn't hear any of it, did you? I'm guessing you didn't hear any of it. But I think it looks great. I think it looks really cool. I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks fantastic. I know. And I kind of agree, Kyle. Like, they're really kind of milking a dead horse. Is that a saying? That doesn't feel right. I've just said that. Those words have just left my mouth. Milking a dead horse. And I'm not okay with it. I've never played Crisis Core, but it looked really good. I never had, like, beating a dead horse, not milking a dead horse. I'm so going to hell. Yeah, so milking it for all it's worth, beating a dead horse. I just combine the two. I definitely need to heal up soon. But yeah, I think that looks beautiful. I think it looks beautiful. And I'm hoping it's something that becomes available not just on mobile. Or if it is available on mobile, there's a way I can kind of jimmy it so I can stream it. I'd really like to stream it. I've always wanted to stream Final Fantasy VII, and I did a little bit in the past, but I don't know. It does look dated. It does look dated, Final Fantasy VII. I suppose I could always use mods, make it look a bit better, but I don't know. But we're doing 9. We're doing 9 for our 24-hour stream. I've decided on that. Did you, when I had that trailer up, could you hear me? Or was there just no sound? Because I mean, there was probably sound of the trailer, but could you hear my voice? Because I'd like to be able to do that, to like cut away and show little things. Sound of the trailer, not you. Cool, cool. Hi, Adam! Final Fantasy IX is awesome. Yeah, within the near future, probably in the next few weeks, I'm going to do a 24-hour charity stream of Final Fantasy IX. I don't know if I'll complete it in 24 hours. Like, I've been pondering this in my head. I've been mulling it over. I've been stewing upon this. And I kind of think, like, I could do it in 24 hours if I rush it, but then is that going to be the most enjoyable experience? You know, as much as I don't want 100% it on stream, because I think that'd be really, really dull, doing every little thing. There's certain elements that, like, I don't want to miss out. So I'll just do it. I'll just see how far I get. And, you know, if we don't get to the end, I'll just finish streaming it another time. Right, I need to go. I need to heal now. For God's sake. Beck. Famous folk musician Beck. Yeah, there's a thing in Final Fantasy IX where if you get to like kind of like the end dungeon, I know they don't really have dungeons so to speak, but if you get to the end dungeon within like 10 hours or something, you get a specific weapon for Steiner that you can't get at any other time. And I've never done it because I've never really wanted to. I've never really used Steiner as a character because he annoys me a bit. And again, like you know, I don't want to rush through a game. I want to kind of explore it and enjoy it. Yeah. If you get all the Zodiac coins, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the 24-hour stream. I'll probably kind of rely on chat and see what people want me to do as I go through it. Like, if people are like, yeah, definitely do this bit, then I'll do this bit. But like, other times. Biodrag X through the mud. I did. I had this discussion with Kaio, because we were both replaying Final Fantasy X at the same time. There's some really like fantastic elements to Final Fantasy X, and it has the potential to be the best Final Fantasy game. There's only one thing that really annoys me, and it's just a personal preference, and it's something that I really, really hate in games, and it's linearity. Final Fantasy X is essentially a friggin' visual novel. You walk down a straight path, there's a cutscene, you fight a boss. You walk down a straight path, there's a cutscene, you fight a boss. And that's pretty much the entire game. And it's a shame. It's a shame because, as I say, there's so much potential there, but that bugs the crap out of me. Like, I'm just not a fan of that at all. My friend never played any Final Fantasy games, so I decided to start her off with 8. 8 gets so much hate. And I really, really don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but I kind of disagree. with the hate. I don't disagree with it. I just there's ways around it. Like the issue with 8 is that like you can break it. Like you can essentially make the game super easy. But you can make the game super easy. You also cannot. You're not a massive fan of 7. I love 7. 7 was the first Final Fantasy I played. But this is it. Like I think that's the good thing about Final Fantasy. There's something for everyone. Do you know what? Let's go get an encounter. We're here. Why not? Yeah, I love 8. 8 is probably my favourite. In all honesty, 8 is probably my favourite. How do you brake? There we go. We've got the brakes on now. I'm doing this the wrong way. Should definitely have come from the other side. Where's the grass? I like the reason I love 8 so much, even though it wasn't my first. I got it. I remember getting it, and I think it was. I can't remember what birthday it was. And I got it on my birthday, and I was going through puberty at the time, and this kind of like brooding emo kid that Squall is was just. It was exactly how I felt, and I think I really just connected with that character so much. I think I would have been about 14, maybe 13, 14. I don't know. I know I really want to play Octopath Traveler. I really do. And I know we've had this discussion before, Adam, and I know I'm really tight. But I don't think it's... I don't know because I haven't played it, but it doesn't look like it's worth the price it is. It's priced as like a... I don't know. It looks really expensive for something that essentially looks like Final Fantasy VI. If you could lend me your copy, I would be eternally grateful. I will build a shrine in your honor. Because it does look good. And I do love the art style. And I know graphics aren't everything. It's weird how I've become that person when I really, really am against kind of graphical elitism. I care less about graphics than I do about gameplay. But if I'm looking at a game and it doesn't look like, you know, a £50 game and it's priced at £50, I will kind of be like... Chrono Cross as well. Yeah, Chrono Cross looks good. I've got the Mana Collection. I think I mentioned this in the last stream. But I got it because it's co-op, but the co-op isn't great on it. But I still think it looks like a decent game, so I'll probably play it solo. Diggly dig, diggly dig. I think we're getting DB Cooper a bit overpowered here, to be honest. So I might swap him round. That was kind of my goal. I really wanted to overpower Mewtwo, just because we've had some hardship recently. There's so much going on in the chat. Hold on. It's 100 to 150 hour RPG. Ooh, I like a big game. To me, I felt pretty emotionally invested when Squall realized Rinoa was going away forever because she was possessed by the sorceress, and he panicked. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. That's kind of the thing, like... Squall starts off as this kind of cold, heartless dickhead. And then he slowly warms to his friends and, you know, his romantic interest and all that. And I like that. And I kind of like, that was me when I was kind of like that age. I was this broody emo kid. Seeking. That is our encounter. I think like... Yeah, no worries, Adam. No worries at all. Thanks for popping in. So there's a fan theory about Final Fantasy VIII, and apparently someone who works for Square and worked on it has come out and said, oh, it's a load of crap. But I like it. I really like the idea of it, and it makes sense. So I keep it in my mind. To me, it's canon. And I know, no, they've come out and said it's not canon. It's like, you can't tell me how to interpret a story. Like, I don't care if the story isn't just how the writer intended it. You know, like, the person who is having that story, who's experiencing that story, their interpretation matters as well. And the idea that Ultimecia is Rinoa, I think, is amazing. Because they look kind of similar. And the idea that, you know, Rinoa loses Squall at some point. Rinoa loses Squall. And because of that, she turns into the sorceress, Ultimecia. and tries to compress time so that she can always be with Squall. There'll never be a time when Squall isn't there with her. I think that's such a good story. And then the end bit, and I'm sorry for spoilers if you haven't completed Final Fantasy VIII, but the game came out in like 1835, so shut up. The bit at the end where Squall's like trapped in this other world and then eventually finds his way back and they're reunited, in my mind that breaks the chain. So because of that, Rinoa doesn't become Ultimecia. So the gang actually do save the universe and the future is changed and blah blah blah. Or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've played it, so I'd have to think about it. What are we naming Sea King? The only thing that bothered me about the whole time compression thing, this is the only thing that really pissed me off about Final Fantasy VIII. All the like little elements that, you know, well, that doesn't make sense. I don't care. All Final Fantasies have storyline flaws and plot holes. They all do. The only thing that annoyed me is when you get to Disc 4 and you're in the future or whatever it is, you can't go back in the towns. They have that like blue ring around it. And I think that Herbert, this is a female Sea King. Herbert is definitely not a female name. It's quite a masculine name. My brother's partner's dad is called Herbert, and he has a big beard. So I'm going to pass on Herbert, but other suggestions, please let me know. Maybe she's fluid. Yeah, you could be. I don't think it's a... I suppose it's Sea King, so... Sea Queen? I don't know. Herbitia. I actually really like that. And I know you probably meant Herbetia, but Herbitia sounds so much better. It sounds cool. It sounds like a sorceress in Final Fantasy VIII. The sorceress Herbitia. According to my weather report on my laptop, it's raining now. Pretty sure it friggin' isn't. It's cracking flags. Nice bike, hand it over. I haven't healed, have I? Did I heal? So yeah, what I would have done with that end bit is, obviously, you know, the towns can't exist as they did because you're in the future. But what I would... Oh yeah, I did heal. What I would have done is I would have just got rid of all the NPCs. So you can still enter the towns, they're just empty. And I think that would have been so much cooler than just having like a weird kind of force field around them that blocks you. Perish song, what are they feeding you? Going for the hypnosis. He's a cheeky chappy. Yeah, I got like I heard a bit of thunder, but it didn't last. Yeah, when you get to Disc 4, you can't enter the towns. And you're actually at Ultimecia's castle, and you can go back onto the world map. You can't actually enter the towns. Finally, the trainer actually withdraws because of Perish Song. It's a shame you're not fairy. That would have been nice. That would have been delightful. I love 8. So I think about like challenge runs. Yeah, no, I'm 100% sure. Kaio, can you confirm? You've played it recently. Or you're not that far into it yet? Yeah, on Disc 4, when you go to Ultimecia's castle, and there's those doorways that lead you back out onto the world map, you can't enter the towns again. Only in that bit, only at the very end of the game, just before you enter Ultimecia's castle, you can't enter the towns again. Unless they've changed it in like the remake, the revamp. But the original PlayStation version anyway, you couldn't. Like I say, they might have changed it, I don't know, but yeah. Crazy. Yeah, I think I like challenge runs for each of the Final Fantasies. And I've only really got good ones for 7 and 8. And I think in my mind that makes a good game. That I can come up with creative challenge runs for it. It doesn't make a good game, but it's a nice part. They ran out of disk space, so they blocked the town. Oh yeah, the remasters might not have it. That'd be really good. That'd definitely be like a really good element to add into it if the towns are back on in the final part. Would be really good. What I'm going to do is DB Cooper's alright now. He's good. We're going to give Prodigy the lucky egg. So yeah, what I do for my challenge run for Final Fantasy VIII is a party member can only have one GF at a time. Right? So, you know, if you equip Ifrit, you can only have Ifrit. So you can't equip multiple GFs. That's part one. The additional part of it is you can only use magic of that GF's element or that GF's kind of style. So Ifrit, you can only use fire magic, Shiva ice. Cerberus, you can only use things like double and triple. Carbuncle, you can only use things like reflect. I'd have to think about it and decide like what falls into what category. But essentially that would be it. And I like that idea. I don't know if it'd be exciting on a stream, but I like that idea. Should we carry on for a bit? I'm enjoying myself. Let's carry on for a little bit. Unless everyone has to go. Like, if you have to go soon, let me know. But, I'm just happy everything's working smoothly. So we got our encounter. That was a seeking. What level was it? I didn't even look. My friend is on disc 2 of Final Fantasy VIII, but I did a solid by forging her Lionheart. I love that sword. I absolutely love that sword. Where's Seeking? There. Got a water stone. That's pretty cool. We'll take that. Yeah, no worries. No worries. No worries if you need to lurk. I might actually... Yeah, I might call it quits, because I did say I wasn't going to do any more storyline. I was just testing things were working, and it seems to be working. So, you know, in the next stream, we'll do... whatever it's called, Silphco. Move these back up now so everything's nice and tidy. Oh, another thing that bugged me about Final Fantasy VIII, just before we finish, is the weapons. And I love the weapons. I love the design. I thought they were amazing. The only thing that bummed me out is that they weren't really integrated into the story as much as I would have liked. See, this isn't bad. Like, we're quite far into the game. And we've only had 9 deaths. It's not terrible. Keep going, you bastard. Alright. Okay. I'll go for a little bit longer then. Shouting at me. Whose house is this? Mr. Psychic. So we've done Mr. Psychic. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I wish the weapons would have been integrated into the story a little bit more. I know actually Ultimate Weapon is quite a bit. I quite like Ultimate Weapon and going down into that weird place. But Omega Weapon, you ring a bell and it appears. Like, even just a little bit of dialogue that would have kind of made a bit more sense. Would have been nice. But no game's perfect. I did like the using GFs causes you to lose memories. Yeah, and then they're just kind of like, well, I'm going to keep using them anyway. And I think... Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I don't know. I think, like... If you think about anything too much, there's little elements in it you can kind of focus on and spoil. And it can ruin a game for you. But overall, I love the experience. It's like the Marvel Universe, like the MCU. There's elements in that kind of don't really make sense. There is plot holes, there is flaws, but overall, I love it. I think it's a great experience, you know, and nothing's perfect. I think people expect a bit too much at times. The biggest oh shit moment in any game. Which part's that? I don't like hypnosis. Oh yeah, yeah, that's amazing, and that's optional as well. That doesn't even, you don't even need to do that in the game. I love that. Yeah, that's such a good bit. Yeah, I think there's some really good things within 8. I actually love how you get Odin and how you get kind of King Tombre in that area. I think that's amazing. It's really, really good. There's a lot of exploration in 8 as well, which I like. That's what I like. I think that's one of the reasons I like 8 so much. It's because there is so much exploration in it. There's so many hidden little things. Flame wheel, that's a good move. It's better than Ember. There's another theory as well. There's another like fan theory about 8. In that, after disc 1, Squall's actually dead. And it's just kind of like, I don't know, like a dream or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact theory. But it says like, when he gets hit with that with the ice from Edea, Squall actually dies. I haven't looked into that theory a lot, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. But apparently there's like little hints that he's dead. But again, they've come out and gone, that's a load of crap. Shut up, stop making stuff up. But if that lets you enjoy Final Fantasy VIII, I think it should just let you enjoy Final Fantasy VIII. Let's try out Flame Wheel. So I think I should have done this self-building before Koga. I think I should have done it before Koga. Yeah. It's just images in his dying brain. Yeah. It is the kind of cliche, isn't it? We'll stick Prodigy out. I want Prodigy to evolve. I want my Typhlosion. That's what I want. So my goal for this stream now, because Nido shouted at me and told me to carry on, I'm going to get up to just before you fight your rival. And I think that's a good place to stop. You little dickhead turned around in the last second. It's off limits here, go home. I think like Team Rocket are a pretty crappy evil organisation. Like there's literally a 10-year-old kid, or however old he is, just walking about. Just walking about. And they're just like, oh, we'll challenge you to a Pokemon battle. Like, why are they not just killing him, really? I think we'll be alright. You did bully me. You bully me all the time. But luckily, because of my, you know, warped childhood, I see that as a sign of affection. So you're okay. Thrash is gonna do nothing. It's you? Do you remember when I had a Nidoking and I killed it? Lol. I don't know what to do for the 24-hour stream. I don't know whether to, like, do a 24-hour fast as well, or just get loads of snacks. I'll take little breaks during it, because obviously I'm going to need to pee and stuff like that, but I'm excited for it. I want to get it set up. Oh, we use Thrash. Yeah, this isn't a good Nidoking. He looks good, though, doesn't he? I do get why he's your favourite. I think he's got an amazing design. If he uses Earthquake, you're dead. Do you know how much defense I've got? I'm not scared of no Nidoking. Boom! I think, actually, I was thinking about it yesterday after I did nothing. After I streamed, and I think I've changed my favourite Pokemon. I don't think Gengar actually is my favourite Pokemon. I think I've changed. Psybeam! Wow. Oh, it was a crit. Go for a fake out. Magic Coat. Okay. That was weird. Strength of the bear! So yeah, this should be pretty easy, to be fair. This Silph because, like I said, I think I was meant to do this before Koga. About to use a Rhydon. Well, you can ride on my Surf. Ha 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 ha. I'm not 4 times weak to ground. I'm not 4 times weak to ground. 2 times weak to ground. Steelix is steel and ground, not steel and rock. But yeah, it would have been 4 times. I forgot Earthquake does double damage if you're in dig mode. So it might have killed me. But oh well. Right. I don't want to fight everyone. Meow. Meow. Oh, everything's working so smoothly.
You're causing us problems.
That's what I do, mate. You're a scientist. Find a solution. Scientist Parker. Like Peter Parker. Ah. 2, 4, 9, 12, 6. I have no idea what that means. Acid, go! Yeah, I think, like, now I've made these setting changes on my stream, I think Final Fantasy 9 will run fine. It means it's early and my brain is misfiring. That's okay. Should we do like a pop quiz? I really liked it when I was in your stream the other day and you was doing a pop quiz about Pokemon types. So if you can think of any kind of like weird types that you don't think I might know, pop them in the chat and I'll see if I do. I'm not scared of Moltres. I'm not. I know it might have wing attack or something, but nah, it's dead. Fine. But okay. Bill 5G 2.0 defeats Scientist Parker. I don't think there's... It'd be interesting if there is any Pokemon that I don't know the typing of. Maybe like a Gen 8 one. If you could make a new type, what would it be? Ghost Normal. Most obnoxious type ever. I don't know. A new type. I suppose like Fire and Electric hasn't been done. And that'd be quite good. Even though you got that 4-time weakness to ground, so it's not great, but I think design-wise, Fire and Electricity has a lot of potential. Come on, Prodigy. It's a Latias. I think Milf can deal with it. I really do. What was yours? I know you mentioned it. Was it Poison and Ice you'd like? I think Poison and Ice sounds amazing, to be honest. I think that does sound really cool. What was the other poison type combo that we've not had? There's not a normal poison, but who cares? Bit of Shell Bell. Dragon. I'm not scared of Dragon Breath. I'm surprised Poison and Steel has been unused. I think there's a lot of potential for both, to be honest. Yeah, Nidorina. I know there's not any normal... Again, like Gen 8, I'm not sure of. So if you was going to throw me Pokemon from Gen 8, I might not know their typings. But up to Gen 8, it should be okay, I think. So maybe there is like normal and ghost in Gen 8. I don't think there is, but... What type is Frillish? Ghost and Water. Actually, is Frillish Ghost and Water? I know Jellicent's Ghost and Water, but is Frillish? It's a good question.
My brothers will avenge me.
Will they, though? It is. Cool. Ghost and water, yeah. Absolutely love Jellison. Mr. Pringle. Octillery. It's my enemy. Love Jellison. Jellison is definitely one of the best Pokemon to come out of Gen 5. Ah! That's a lot of damage. Water and fighting. Keldeo is water and fighting. Which I don't really get. I don't get why Keldeo's water type. Doesn't look very watery. DB Cooper, use confusion. I mean, I don't mean to brag. Don't mean to brag, guys, but I was my secondary school's Pokemon champion. Thank you very much. I thought you gave me the key. Oh, what a dickhead. Oh no, there it is. Cool. There we go. Meloetta type. Psychic and normal, but if it uses Relic Song, it becomes fighting and normal, I believe. Sludge Bomb. Is it Sludge Bomb, though? It is Sludge Bomb! Ah! Guess. What do you mean not able? On what planet is Woomy not able to learn Sludge Bomb? I'll give it to DB Cooper. Because that's going to be pretty good. Get rid of Disable. I don't think I've ever used Disable. Part of me wants to kind of like root through here and get all the items, but part of me also doesn't. Like, and a pretty big part of me doesn't. What if I go on here? What am I to do? Give me an item. That's what you should do. Whoa, item here. Yellow shard. Well, that was a waste of everyone's time. I think if I hit this, it's going to take me... No, 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 no. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough. Fight this guy. Oh no, he doesn't want to fight me. Where's the beds then? I thought the bed was just... I could have said anything and you would have been like, yeah, probably. Quit messing with us, kid. I think I've just gone past the beds, actually. I think I made a mistake then. Kingdra. Water and Dragon. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think DB Cooper. Yeah, I think up to and including Gen 7. I know them all. But if there's anything that, like, you know, it changes when it evolves, I might not know the earlier evolutions, but like the fully evolved ones, I think I do. Just because I play so much Pokemon Showdown, to be honest. Or I have played so much Pokemon Showdown. Omastar. I'm so gutted that Woomy couldn't learn Sludge Bomb. Woomy could have been like Corphish. I think Corphish is just water, but I know when it evolves, it's water and dark. But whether it's water and dark when it first starts out, I'm not sure. Got a feeling it's just water at first and then it becomes water and dark. but I couldn't say for sure. I wouldn't stake my life on it. Let's put it that way. Staryu. I think Milf will be alright here. Milf, oh my god. That's correct. Look at that! And my mum said I'd never amount to anything. Ha ha ha! It's just a shame, like, I've got all this Pokemon knowledge and it's not exactly useful, is it? You know what I mean? Like, it's not really helping me get forward in life. I like it though. It's enjoyable. I give up. Good. So yeah, I think. So that's where the rival is. Do you want to fight me? Come on, fight me. I'll fight you. I support Team Rocket more than I support Silphco. Great. Thanks for letting me know. Spiritomb is Ghost and Dark, which until the introduction of Fairy had no weaknesses. Shabba! Which means Ghost resists Bug when I think about it. That sounds weird. Does Ghost resist Bug? It must. Madness. I think some of like the type effectivenesses are really funny. Like some of them make sense. So like fighting is good against rock and steel. I get that. You know, fire's good against grass. Yep. Water good against fire. Yep. Bug good against dark. Why? Why is Bug good against dark? Fairy good against dragon. I actually see that. I can actually see the kind of logic behind it. Is this where the bed is? Yeah. Do you want to fight me? Come on, we'll have a fight before I go to bed. Do you know what? We'll just do Silph. We'll just do Silph. We'll just do it. We'll do it now. We're here now, aren't we? Dunsparce, OP. Absolute OP Pokemon. See how much Flame Wheel does? Poison good against Fairy. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool one. Ground good against Electric. Makes perfect sense. Electric good against Flying. I get that. But yeah, some of the ones that Bug are good against, I just think, really? Bug good against Grass. Get it. Makes sense. Bug good against Psychic. Don't know. A clairvoyant's notoriously afraid of bugs. Bill 5G, growing up in the world. Dunsparce is just normal, and it's such a shame, because it should be much more. Dunsparce should have a really ridiculous Mega Evolution. Really over the top. No, not a Sentry. What are we going to do? Quick attack. Very cheeky. I'm bored. There we go. I know. Don't use speed up. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Yes, I would love a sleep. Thank you. I'm going to go fight my rival. We'll do Silphco and then we'll call it a day. And then in the next episode... I suppose it is an episode, isn't it? In the next stream, we've got Blaine. We've got Sabrina. And then we've got the mysterious gym leader of Viridian. I don't know who it is. We'll just get everything lined up. I'm starting with Woomet just because I want to paralyze. Not paralyze. Toxic. I'm going to save here in case the game explodes. Everything's run perfectly smooth in this stream. And I honestly can't put into words how happy that makes me. Oh, we get a new Pokemon here as well. Psychic is weak to the common human fears. Ghost, the dark, and bugs. Yeah, I suppose. I get the ghost bit. I get the dark, but bugs just seems like meh. I like how bugs weak against rock. Because you can smash a bug with a rock. What kept you, Boyle? Haha, I thought you'd turn up if I waited here. I guess Team Rocket slowed you down. Not that I care. I saw you in Saffron, so I decided to see if you got better. Why is he waiting up here? It's just weird. Girafarig. Psychic and normal. Shit, level 37. Whoopsie. Yeah, and I like that. I like that Psychic is effective against fighting. I think that makes sense as well. Oh, it was a crit. I was going to say that did so much. Let's get a fake out. Prevents flinching. Agility. Spell Girafarig backwards. G-I-R... Wait a second. Wait a just goddamn second. Don't have any psychic moves. Yep. Stick with your physicals, mate. I think they suit you. For some reason, I didn't think our rival had such high-level Pokemon. He's just using Stomp, which is fine. I'm okay with it. I'm going to speed up, and I know that's dangerous. But if he's just using Stomp, it's fine. There we go. Woomy grew to level 32. Lovely. Perfect. Ooh, Barbara nearly grew. Suicune. What is this guy? What game are you playing? I'm hoping he doesn't have Aurora Beam. Floette's just fairy. Why? Why would you miss your Toxic? You had one job, man. One job. Perfect. There we go. Good stuff. He's evolved from crap bag to dickhead. Love it. Absolutely love it. We've got the Toxic on, though. Gust. Shit. That's not bad. I don't think I bought... Oh, no. Did I sell all my super potions? Maybe. What's really annoying is he has Gust, and I was going to switch out into Bill. And now I can't. No, I've got no potions. I'm going to stay in for a bit. Dragon and Poison. Dragalge. Is that how you pronounce it? Dragalge. Because it's Dragon Algae. So I call it Dragalge. But I've heard other people pronounce it all friggin' ways. He's going to go for a Gust. Of course you go for a Bubble Beam. Please don't kill me. 1 elf. Oh my god, MILF. You absolute hero. Drag Algae. Yeah, cool. Or Drag Algae. I suppose some people call it Algae. Call it Algae. I don't know. We are living. Mischievous. More like... No, I don't have anything. Really don't have anything. Bruxish is Water and Psychic. I believe. I'll go for a Surf. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, it's not that bad. Decent damage. Go on then. As long as you don't start shooting shadow balls at there. Mean luck. That was good. It was good I switched when I did. I think Confusion will do more. Tapu Bulu. Like, I always get confused with the Tapus. I think Bulu is grass and fairy. I think Bulu's the fairy one. The grass one, sorry. Tapu Koko is electric. Tapu Fini is water. Tapu Bulu is grass. And Tapu Lele is psychic. I think. Is Venonat bug poison? Find out right now. Yes. So I knew I knew Venomoth was bug poison. He's still got his love disc. Bless him. Bless him. I'm just going to stay in with Mewtwo. Level 40 love disc. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I never realised that it's Bulu because he's a cow, like Bull. Never knew. Every day is a school day. Oh man, so you are ready for Boss Rocket. Well, boy, I'm moving on up and ahead. By checking my Pokedex, I'm starting to see what's strong and how they evolve. Am I a Joenius or what? I'm going to the Pokemon League to boot out the Elite Four. I'll become the world's most powerful trainer. Well, good luck to you. Don't sweat it. Favorite music. Smell ya. Fire and Ghost. A Lapras. I bet it's not a Lapras. A Delibird! I've got to call it Shader. There's a Pokemon YouTuber I like called Shady Penguin. So I'm going to call it Shader. I'm never going to use it. Sent it straight to hell. It's a good swimmer. Don't think it is. It's a friggin' ice penguin, mate. Let's have a little nap. And then let's go take on Boss Rocket. You are solidly wrong, mate. What do you mean I'm wrong? Wrong about what? I've never been wrong before. Not good with Ultra Beast. Blasphelion is Fire and Ghost. Blacephalon, or however you... I have no idea how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's Fire and Ghost. Oh, God. You actually had me then. Who are you?
Stop right there, don't you move.
I think if you started naming ones from Gen 8, there are some. Blacephalon. Blacephalon. Yeah, there's definitely some in Gen 8. I probably wouldn't actually know if you said the names. Like, you could say it and I'd be like, nah, I'm not really sure which Pokemon that is. I'm just not that versed with 8 yet. Blacephalon. 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 Or Blacephalon. Whatever. Never going to use it anyway. Twin Needle! Can poison me that. Oh, it can't because I'm steel. Silly me. There we go. Barber grows to level 32. Can we just appreciate the fact that, you know, he had like... His highest level was level 40. And I absolutely smashed that. Send up, Milf. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'm going to beat Giovanni, and then I'm going to call it a day. I've done more than I expected today. Hiba! Did you hear that confidence, though? I'm going to beat Giovanni. Very confident. Fluffy! Bit of speed up. Just because we're using dig. Just because we're using dig. Boom. Dead. Static. Ooh, gutted. But we beat him anyway. So it's fine. We'll heal up. And then we'll go fight Giovanni. I kind of want to get this item, but I don't know where it is. And I'm not going to spend like 3 hours trying to find it. I should have bought some potions, but I spent all my money on a Mewtwo. Worth it, though. Like, 100% worth it. Got a Mewtwo. Look at him. It's a Mewtwo. Level 35. I like how we got that Mewtwo at the end of the last episode. He's already our highest level Pokemon. Just from overuse. Massive overuse. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, let's just check our items. And look, you can click on it even though it's not there anymore. It's cool. Prodigy has the lucky egg, I believe. I don't think we've really got anything. No. But berries. It will heal paralysis. I think I'd rather have the lucky egg. Save the game just in case it explodes. And then we are going to fight Giovanni. And we're going to win. I ain't afraid of no Giovanni. Ah, Boyle, so we meet again. The president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Keep your nose out of grown-up matters. Or experience a world of pain. Alright, Dad. Calm down. He's got 4 Pokemon. Regirock. Regirock. It's okay. It's alright. Because I'm pretty sure we've got Damp. Cool. We're alright. He had a Regirock last time, didn't he? Did he? I don't know. Did nothing. Let's go for a surf. Decent damage. Decent damage. He goes for a rock throw. Throws his nutty granola at me. Bill 5G 2.0 is kicking booty. Should be decent experience. I mean, it would have been if it wasn't split. Masquerade. Bug and Flying, I believe. Has he got the same team? I mean, it's a randomized team, but I'm not sure if it's the same one as he had. It feels familiar, but I couldn't say for sure. Sweet Scent. Sweet Scent's not going to help you. I'm going to throw a rock at your face, mate. I'm going to throw my granola clusters at you. Yeah, it does 50%. That's not bad. Water Sport. It's kinky. Firepower was weakened. If he sends out a grass type now, that's some pro plays there, my friend. Beldum. It's not a grass type. But this will reduce Fire's effectiveness. That was a really good play. I think we'll be alright though. I'm pretty sure it only knows Takedown. Good damage. Takedown misses. Nice. Should be really good experience for Prodigy, and hopefully he'll evolve at the end of this fight. I'm not sure what level he evolves. Don't have a clue, but fingers crossed. It's this one. Shuckle. Who's going to be best against Shuckle? So first thing I'm going to do, because Shuckle's super annoying, is I'm going to send out Wormit and I'm going to Toxic the crap out of it. Level 41 Shuckle. Why? What I need is Wide Lens. There we go. That's good anyway. That's good. Storing energy. We'll send out Barbara. Because we've got Screech and we've got Dig. So if he uses Bide, we're alright. Now if he uses Bide now, I think we'll be okay. Goes for an Encore. Safeguard. I think we've won. He's got Rest. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Okay, this is what we do. If you're going to rest, I'm going to do this. That's what I'm going to do. Speeding up, gonna knock your defense down. Boom. Goes for a Bide. It's okay. We don't mind that because we're going to kill you. There we go. Boss Giovanni dealt with that was really poor experience. Oh, I lost again. I don't think that was his voice, was it? Blast it all. You ruined our plans for Sylph. But Team Rocket will never fail. Boyle, never forget that all Pokemon exist for Team Rocket. I must go, but I shall return. Are you going to give me a Master Ball? Well, dear boy, thank you for saving Sylph. I will never forget you saved us in our moment of peril. I have to thank you in some way. Because I am rich, I can give you anything. Maybe this will do. How about an evening with your wife? You can't buy that anywhere. It's our secret prototype Master Ball. It will catch any Pokemon without fail. You should be quiet about using it, though. What if I don't want to? I might have got another Master Ball. Got another friggin' Master Ball. I don't think we have that many encounters left, but still, we have a Master Ball. Also, I can do this. Yes. Whee! So that's it for today. We did quite a bit. In the next episode, in the next stream, we will take on Blaine and Sabrina. I'm not sure which one you meant to do first. I'll have a look into it. Whichever one you meant to do first, I'll do first, and then I'll do the second one. And then we'll take on Giovanni. So I think we can get 3 gym battles in the next stream. And then all that's left is Victory Road and the Elite Four. We're nearing the end. Every time I've done a Nuzlocke, I don't think I've... Other than that one at the start, which we don't talk about, I always seem to get to Elite Four and then I die. But we'll see how it goes. Thank you all very much. It's been an absolute delight. I will see you very soon. Let me save my game. Bye!